Wow, what a day so far already. May marks the peak of spring migration in the northern United States. It also happens to coincide with a birding event known as the Global Big Day. During this event, birders from all over the world are encouraged to go birding and add their findings to eBird. This process helps gather data on trends in the bird world and can be an indicator of which species are doing well and which may need more attention from a conservation perspective. Of course, I wanted to do my part to participate in the Global Big Day and made it my mission to see over 100 birds in a single day. Hey everyone, this is Ryan from Badgerland Birding. Today is the Global Big Day and I am out doing my part to collect as much data as possible. I'm starting at Lake Park in Milwaukee and it's super birdy, so we're going to try to see how many species we can find today and if we can get any rarities. To start off my big day, I went to one of the hottest warbler spots in the Milwaukee area, Lake Park. To make it even more of a no-brainer destination, a rare Connecticut warbler had been seen there the day before. Intent on not only getting a high total, but also finding this rare visitor, I started my search, racking up many warbler species in the first few minutes after arriving. A few of the more uncommon species I was able to find were Canada warblers and mourning warblers. In addition to warblers, many other migratory birds including sparrows, wrens, and tanagers were also putting on quite the show. It's an absolutely beautiful day, so there are tons of people out here, a lot of them birders trying to find the Connecticut warbler that was reported here, but it's just hopping here. It's crazy. I have not had a day like this yet this year. Eventually, after getting distracted time and time again by the wide array of different species I was seeing and the songs I was hearing, I was able to track down the Connecticut warbler, which was actually a lifer for me. That was absolutely crazy. Life bird. I'm so excited that it was still here. It was definitely skulky, but it did pop out in the open long enough to get some looks at it, and what a neat bird. It's a declining species, so I'm just really glad I was able to see it. I spent some time watching the Connecticut warbler that was giving shockingly nice views. After it moved on, I decided it was time for me to move on as well. Wow, what a day so far already. I honestly think I could probably stay here the entire day and get new stuff. I've heard reports of things I haven't seen yet here, but I'm going to keep heading up the coast and go to some different habitats and see if any different birds are there. While it was difficult to pull myself away from Lake Park, I wanted to maximize my species by surveying different habitats. Next up was the coast of Lake Michigan. I just made it to Port Washington. I'm hoping to pick up some swallow species here and some other birds that like the coastline. So far, found red-winged blackbird, Canada goose, so some extra stuff so far. Song sparrow I heard calling and saw briefly, so we'll see what else is around here. I started walking around the bird sanctuary on the lake and found a red-tailed hawk as well as a peregrine falcon. I was also able to find a surprising marsh bird in this area as well. There's a little pond here that had 2 green herons in, so that was a cool species to see. And then there are a few swallow species, northern rough-winged and also the barn swallow so far. I walked around the rest of the bird sanctuary and scoped out the open water, adding a few duck and gull species before moving to my next stop. I moved inland from the lake and now I'm at River Edge Nature Center, and this is a great place for warblers and other birds, breeding or migratory. They actually do a lot of bird banding here too, so they're very involved in the science of what's going on with these species. But I already found tree swallow and hoping to pick up some other ones that I don't have on the list yet for today too. River Edge Nature Center had a variety of habitats to look through. I started out in open prairie, finding some expected species, as well as one that I was extremely surprised to actually see out in the open. Just picked up a couple more cool birds, heard blue-winged warbler off in the distance, and actually got a visual on a perched common nighthawk, which I've never seen one perched before, so that was a really cool experience. We'll see if there's some more warblers around here, but there's some good open field birds so far. From the prairie, I walked through more forested areas, complete with clear streams. Here I found several eastern kingbirds, Baltimore orioles, and a Tennessee warbler. After a while, I moved to the river, where I had a lot of success adding new species to my list. I went to the other side of River Edge where it actually is bordering a river, and there's a lot of good warbler habitat here. I found blackpoll, which I hadn't had yet, and hopefully there'll be a few new species as well other than that one. River Edge proved to be one of my best stops of the day, as I tallied 70 total bird species in the time I was there. Getting close to my goal of 100 species in a day, I made one more stop to try and get over the hump. I'm at my last stop of the day, and it's Maywood Nature Center. This is a place where I'm hoping to find some clay-colored sparrows. I actually think I just heard one, and maybe some more warblers. We'll see if we can just add a few more species to the list. But overall, this has been a really good day and a really fun way to get out and explore. Starting out in a field, I was able to find some goldfinches, chipping sparrows, and my target clay-colored sparrows. I also noticed a partially leucistic robin, which was interesting. The best spot at Maywood proved to be along the river that runs through the property. Here I found some more warbler species and took in the beauty of the park. Eventually, I decided to call it a day. I am finally done birding on the global big day. I did not go crazy big today, but I did try to just see as many species as I could for the locations I was at and collect enough data to help out the cause in understanding birds and their population. So I hope all of you went out and had a good time on the global big day as well, and we'll see you next time. I was able to achieve my goal of seeing over 100 bird species in a single day, coming in at 102. While it was a solid number, during peak migration it's possible to actually get over 200. But I was fairly pleased with my total since I didn't start terribly early or stay out very late. Hopefully some of the sightings by birders like me and others who participated in the global big day can help people understand trends in bird populations and can lead to conservation and restoration efforts. I will definitely have to do a complete big day of birding in May again to see how many species I can find. But until then, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Badgerland Birding.